Hello, welcome to the third video of this series. Um, I'm sorry for the delay since I got some business to do. Anyway, let's move on. Okay, now we are here back in our map. Now let's get back to the pawn issue that we left out. Okay, let's right click and go to the properties. Alright, by the way, I'm recording this in public, so there might be some unwanted sounds in the video. I might try to repair that in a later version if you really desire to. Anyway, let's go. Let's go back to our business. Okay, turns out that I forgot to set something boolean to true. Okay, let's collapse this back. Okay, I'm sure it's in the MISC. Here it is. Default pawn class. Set this to true. And now, if we play back, we play this in the editor. We get a title screen. And look, our ranks is 20, unlike the last try. And now let's try to, I don't know, maybe increase the acceleration so it will be so Sonic will be faster than ever. Maybe faster than speed of light, I don't know. Maybe set this to a crazy number, 10,000. Top speed to double of this, I mean. Yep. Okay, so now let's try this. I'm sure it'll be so fast that no one can ever catch him anymore. 1, 2, 3, and go. Okay, he's faster, but it seems that he can't really climb up without boost. Yep. And he died. Okay. Maybe we can also tweak this out. There it is. Let's try a bigger number. 2. I hope it doesn't turn out like the bug in Sonic 2006. I never actually played that game, but I saw the video of the bugs and okay, let's try this out. Okay, that's worse. So the answer might be to decrease it actually. And now let's try this out again. Better, right? At this point, you can't really tweak and play along with the properties. Like if you want him to be a super slow Sonic, yep, that's Sonic in slow motion. And he's climbing up and he can't climb up since he's so slow that even now he can't really live up in his name. Okay, let's get this back. Now let's try maybe setting this the visible mesh. I'll try to get some mesh that you already have one on your editor. Like maybe the ace cage the underscore ch underscore iron guard underscore mail a. Just search for the iron guard one in here, or you can also check the skeletal mesh and get there. There isn't actually much of skeletal mesh in the editor, especially if you didn't add any skeletal mesh yet. Okay, let's add this to here. Mesh, visible mesh, skeletal mesh component, skeletal mesh, and physics asset. Uncheck this. Go to all types and scroll down to physics asset. And sketch ch corrupt mail physics. Add this and this one too. Uncheck that and go to the, is it NM3? Yep, it's NM3. ATCH human. Cool. Maybe we can test this out, but we will have a problem with this. You'll see the problem. First of all, it's the feed songs in the floor, and another problem is it's not really animating. So to fix the animation, set the anim set. Check this. Go back to favorite anim sets, and it starts with K and in human base male, and maybe the collision. Where's the collision? Maybe not the collision. Maybe we can resize this. Okay, sure, it's here somewhere. No, not this one. Is there somewhere primitive component? Yes, there is. Try one. See, it lines up perfectly. But the collision might not be very cooperative with us. But maybe we can try this out. Let's try. The feed still sounds quite a bit. Maybe we should resize it, but okay. Look, it's already animating. Although not as perfect as Sonic's animation. Suppose if you have another mesh that you want to play with, you can actually add this here. Just visible mesh, skeletal mesh component, and tweak this. Edit this, edit this, edit this, and this. Don't forget any of it. Say like if I want to, actually never mind. Let's get this back to normal. And also maybe the size also needs to be adjusted again. Okay, back to our lovely Sonic. Actually, I don't like this mesh. I'm sure you don't too. But you can get a more proper, or make one more proper Sonic. Okay, anyway, let's not talk about the mesh. Let's talk about how to tweak this video more. But first, I want to check exactly how long did I record it, because the uploading of 1 hour tutorial is not really pleasant. Okay, go to extra classes and invisible, and I'm sure it's there somewhere. GDK Spline actor. This thing will lock the movement direction of Sonic. So add GDK Spline actor here. I'll tell you later how this thing actually works. Now let's just rotate this and maybe adjust the spline so when Sonic moves save auto save. So when Sonic moves on the slope, I don't know, loop, we'll have to go here. So at least makes sure he touches this little box. So hard to see the box. Okay, this box. See this box? Yep, this box. So make sure he touches this box so he can continue on to the slope, and make sure he exits here. Okay. I have to get this mic off. Well, let's just follow my lead, okay? Just remember, Alt drag, and then go to rotate widget. Rotate this. Okay. Oh, also, if you want to scale in non-uniform, use this one, not this one, because this will adjust this on all sides. This will only adjust at one or two sides. Depends on where your cursor is. If you cursor here, just one side. Okay, let's follow my lead, okay? Alt drag. It looks like I moved it too far. Okay. Let's go back to one lead mode. Actually, lead mode. It's a lot clearer here. Go back to translation widget. Rotation widget, sorry. Okay. Maybe a bit more. Okay, see this little arrow here? This will indicate where Sonic will go, and looks like I have to adjust this more to the right, and we need to add more just to make sure. Quite a hard job, but when we're done, we can get a good result. Or this, maybe after a lot of troubleshooting and all. Okay, we're doing good. We're doing good. We're almost done. Let's see if I adjust this right. Doesn't really have to be accurate, but it's better if you do, because some issues might come, like if you went too far and you can't get out from the constraint. I like to call it constraint. Okay. Right, I think we're done here. Let's go test this out. But you can't really guarantee it will work with at the first try. Yep. It's really hard to put a spine on loop. But let's just try, okay? Okay, you get okay, see that? He locks himself on the loop. But there's one problem, we can't really see what's going on. So to make a cooler effect, first what you want to do maybe is to add some camera. First, the default camera. This is really useful if you want to get him back to the normal camera mode. So camera info doesn't really need to be precise, where there's really need to be to mind the position, unless you're using the other point definition, like the fixed point. You really need to be precise for that. Yeah, especially if you use this. Actually, fixed point, then use this. So you have to be precise. Okay, and you might want to disable this. This might get in the way. Actually, this will get in the way. It's because it disables the turning. Now let's put the cool camera here. Just like usual, Alt and drag. Maybe now use the fixed point. So let's see. Now the other thing you might want to add is what triggers this camera to be activated. You need to do that. The not visible sensor actor. Just like the spine actor, it has the glowing box here. It's yellow, unlike the spline's green box. Also, unlike the spline, you have two arrows here. If I'm correct, red is for forward and blue is for back. Now let's add this two in the other end. To make it easy, let's just alt and drag this. And now the arrow is needs to be rotated 180 degrees. You can use the mirror, but don't. It can lead to unexpected problem, because mirror isn't adjusting the rotation, it adjusts the scale. Remember that. Look at this, the one that we mirrored. Look, this is a scale, and when it's mirrored, see this, is now minus. So it looks like you rotated the mesh, but it actually doesn't rotate it. It just adds the negative, just a negative in the mesh, so it will turn on sideways. But actually no rotation modification, no rotation being modified, no rotation difference. You'll see this, yeah, and this, no difference. So don't ever try to mirror this. Use the rotation widget, which I will use it now. Right, now let's go to the fun part, the kismet. Alright, this might get hectic at the first, but it actually isn't really complicated. Script is more complicated than this. This is actually a lot easier. Just have to right click and add the action or event you want to add. So we want to add something we want to make something happen if we touch this, and that is the camera activation. Okay, now this is our default camera. Now for starter, maybe we should make the object so this defines the camera, and this defines this camera info 0 and this camera info 1. To make it easier, you can double click this, and it immediately jumps to the camera. What's the word? Okay. Now, to make something happen, we have to add event. So the event will try to look what happened. It's pretty self-explanatory. So sensor touch. So if something touches this trigger, it will go here and then activates the actions that is connected with the wires. Just click and drag. So if it's touched, we want to activate this camera. Now hold down control, drag, drag. Okay, we're good. Now we want the event will trigger this action. And what's the action for this? Just go with the SDK category. What we want to use is set camera style. So plug the in target. What's this target? Not the camera, but the player. You can use this, or you can use the new variable player uncheckable player target. But to make this safer, if you try, for example, maybe adding multiplayer feature, but it's not supported here yet. Anyway, let's try this one. Now play the camera info to 0. Also, you want to check this too. Same sensor touch. Drag this here and here, just to make it easier. Should delete this. So okay, we're good to go. It's okay. If we are to test this, we're gonna have a problem. So let's try touching this. Yes, it does change the camera, but it doesn't change it back to the normal. the normal one. So what to do? Now add the camera style again. Oh wait, I have to check this. Okay, it looks like I forgot to add this. Okay, just for a little checkup. Now you want to add a camera style, so it will reset again if we go back. GDK, set camera style. Trigger. And the camera info now is this one. But instead of touch, we're going to untouch back. The blue arrow is pointing to the outside of the loop. So let's try this. Hopefully it works. Yes, it does work. But there is quite a problem. It looks like I should have set this. Okay, let's uncheck this. So let's try this again. We have our next problem. Seems that Sonic can't climb up because the player needs to keep pressing the button. But it can confuse the player which button to press, especially if you are beginners. So keep play running. So after the camera style is set to this, keep the player running. What's the player? This one. Let's see if we can. Okay. So let's calculate how many seconds does Sonic have to how long Sonic have to run so we can get here. We can do some debugs. I'll explain that later, but let's use the 5 seconds we have here. So if I like to disable, if I like to looks like I put this a bit too much. 2 seconds. So I can't release my finger from the keyboard because Sonic will keep running even though I don't press anything. Something's wrong here. It's the first time I use this. Let's try this again. Okay, looks like I finally did it. But let's try this again. Okay, good. But I can't press anything for a brief moment. So let's try the debugging. Actually no. Just use the random number 3.5 maybe. Now I might want to add something like a booster. So I want to add the booster here and not in this direction because it will, and not in this place too. sometimes can be tricky. Just to add a simple thing the okay, I think we're good to go. Let's try this out. Yes, it's just to make sure that and now our second problem may be the camera isn't working well. It actually happens sometimes if your player moves too fast before the trigger can calculate the speed. Look at that, Sonic is even faster than the sensor itself. And the problem keeps replicating. I don't know what to do. Maybe not here. Okay, not this here. Let's try if Unreal Editor wants this. Can actually put this. It did put this, but not in the right. There's a shortcut to make the either calculate the normal of the mesh, but I'm too lazy to do that. Just rotate this a bit. Okay, I think we're good to go, except this mesh maybe once needs to be rotated so aligned well. Okay, let's try this again. See if this works. The camera isn't working, and Sonic didn't touch the trigger, the booster. Okay, what's wrong with this? It happens now and then. Just can't really be sure. Really. Try to add this maybe. Sometimes this can get very tricky. We saw it work, but why isn't it now? Okay, it works. Though the booster isn't touched at all. Maybe to trick our way here. Press C, see the collision maybe. Okay, try to set this. See if it works. Okay, too much. Okay. Let's see if Sonic touches the booster. Okay, big booster back there. It doesn't touch at all. Really? In the first test you might have to test things out. Look, it works finally. Though we have to adjust this again. Okay, we're good to go now. Now I'm going to explain another things you can really put into your game, like maybe spikes to damage your pawn. So try putting this here. Nothing, just this small thingy. But if we are to try to touch this, we're going to get some damage. See? But you do have to put something here to be more realistic. There are the spike static mesh. Yep. See, there are some spikes. Like you can static mesh here, so it will look a lot more realistic. But we'll do that later. To also maybe do it yourself. Now, how about this spring jump pad? Some games in Sonic franchises are some springs to access another road. Some road that maybe is impossible to reach on foot. So maybe we can try to put an alternative path to go here. Now, this spring pad needs a target. Remember, spring jump pad, not the spring actor. So maybe add something here. Path node. Path node is primitive, is the traditional way to put some pathing, and it's used here too for the enemies. They need some paths to access, and turns out we also need them too. So let's lock this. So if we click anything by accident, and also if we need to click but still in this properties, we can still see our sprint jump pad properties. So what's the jump target? This path node, the one I click here. Now you select object. See, it's no rocket scientist really. So rocket science, sorry. Now there is the path needs to be rebuilt. Let's ignore that for a bit. Yep. Although maybe you don't want to touch this extra as well. Just this one. Maybe not here. In fact, why not up there? We don't really need to add an alternative to the loop, because it's not like it's so hard to run through the loop, especially for Sonic. Press N to put this back to the floor. It's really useful. Press N in your keyboard, I mean. Okay, try this on again and see. Okay, we do need some adjusting, like the jump time, maybe put this to 4, and we might want to adjust the target too. And to call the path needs to be rebuilt, click build paths here. First, it also adjusts the path node and effectively remove the path needs to be rebuilt warning. Let's try this out. Okay, that's an epic fail. up and away! And he landed nicely. Now how do I get out of here? Actually, never mind. Let's escape. Now see how high it can be. You can add the jump time to 10. Maybe if we want to launch him back up to the air, and it takes 10 seconds to land to the ceiling. I mean roof. Try this. But if you put too much also, you can get that kind of bug. Really, you really need to be careful with jump time. Because if you put it too short, there's a high chance that you will smash Sonic to the wall. Like, maybe try this. He does have a nice landing, but we'll keep this to 4. Well, I guess we don't really need any more. Maybe start posting maybe. So the start post, as far as I know, it won't activate unless you put some trigger here. Maybe. I haven't played with the start post yet. The checkpoint, I guess. I'm sure it's checkpoint. Sorry. Okay. Let's just use this touch. Where's the sensor 0 touch? Yep. It says 0 touch. So let's just use that untouched back one. So if we finish our loop, we're going to get another checkpoint. Action. SGDK. Save player status. Touch. And I don't really, I'm not really familiar with this. I'll try to cover it the next time I recorded this. Well, we can actually put this with. Can actually add checkpoint without this maybe. So we'll toggle the okay. Now add another player start. SGDK player start. Player start here. But we want to disable this initially because this won't be enabled until we touch this trigger. So the target will be this JK portal, maybe this one too. I'll check this. I swear I had double here. Okay. Now we also want to turn off the other one, duplicate this one, hold Alt and click to cut the wires. And what do we want to turn up? Of course, this one. Yep. Okay, I drag this too far. The target isn't defined yet. No. Just to make sure that we don't activate this twice, need a condition, a Boolean comparison. If this is false, and click, right click, break link to toggle. So first it will compare a boolean. What's the boolean? So add another action, set variable boolean. Drag all the way here, new boolean, right click this, when you right click this, then you get a right click this, create new boolean variable. Okay, set this to true. So I'm gonna explain this. First, it's gonna check this boolean here. If it's false, delete this one. So check this. If it's false, turn on the toggle, then set this boolean to true. So the first time, the second time we go here, it's true. Then the true wire isn't connected to anything. So the end. The end of line. And we get another path that needs to be rebuilt because we add the path there, the player start. Let's go back here. Looks like I've set this for too much. To decrease the booster, no, I should have told you earlier. So let's try the house speed. Nice. So we get a little bug here. So let's try to kill our pawn. Let's see where he lands it. Landing in the nothingness. Just this. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, see the head? I think I moved too fast. See? The checkpoint works perfectly, although this isn't activated. How do they activate this? Anyway, let's move on to the other part. Well, I'd like to know how to activate this. Maybe you can open this test map over here. We'll do that later. Now, the other fun part will be to add the music. Let's see if we can get the Splash Hill Zone remix in our browser. Activate the sound cues. Try Splash Hill. We got it. So, the intro one, this, and the loop, yes. Yeah. Escape. You can really add things here like the Unreal Tournament's own music, or you can add another music like straight maybe. Personal preference. Just empty the intro. Try this. Okay, see, so are we having fun? Or are you tired of me being here? Okay, just a little bit more moment. I want to add another things. So in this video we can cover up almost every aspect we have in the SonicGDK, and possibly some that you might use in own GDK assets. This is not my favorite, but I'll explain this. I will explain some things to you. Now this one is my favorite. Not really. Going to add some things to you. See the series of monitors I just add there? Use this, not this. I know there's actually no difference, but to be on the safe side, use the pickup factory. Now where did my mouse go? Okay, not funny. Now you can add the ring actor here. Yep, this small rings. Maybe some SDK simple destroyable, something to destroy. Now we want something, so a static mesh to destroy, maybe a machine. Yep, this one is big enough. Just for the fun of it. Oh ho. Yep, this one is big enough. And the max hit one, so immediately after it hits, it's going to get destroyed, blow up into pieces. Not pieces, maybe. There is nothing that we can add through the pieces. but we can add some explosion effect. Particle system like explosion. This one is big enough. Particle on hit, mesh. Particle, sorry, not particle on hit. Particles on destroy. Now for the big sound, shock combo. Shock maybe. Sound cues. Don't forget to check this. Just double click that and it plays. That's how we do it. Sound destroy. Okay, now rebuild the pad again. You do need to rebuild often. Every time you add a pad, something to pick up like a ring or player start, you need to rebuild pad. Let's try this. Okay, let's first maybe try to hit this. Okay, that's going to fail again. Okay, see that? Maybe it's through into touch. This is gonna get wacky. And a bit too much. We'll try to hit this. Seems that I can't aim. I forgot. Before we started this, I disabled the homing dash. Okay, now I can target something. Oh, I didn't want to get there. Let's go back. Let's try to hit that Eggman, but first, bumper. Okay, no, fail. Let's restart the PIA so it will be a bit faster. We don't have to see Sonic fall from to the this one. It's really a fun effect. The magnetic shoes will attach you to this to the slope. No matter if you try to, if you like stop in the middle, you'll still get attached until the power up runs out. The timer there, the magnet one. This one. It's pretty much simple. Just add 10 rings. Okay, now try adding some enemies maybe. And this power. Maybe we want this walking Tom. Don't really want to add some templates. But we want to add a pet so it can walk around doing no good. That note here, that note there. It also works as a pet, this pickup. So they also work as a pet, so we don't really need some pet note there. That's where they have too much padding for AI. This. think it's clear, so that is the truth. And I guess we're gonna go here. And looks like I need to rebuild this again. Sorry, I forgot that. See? Works. Except that the pawn needs to be, pawn's rotation needs to be adjusted. So immediately our little cube here chases us. Okay, I guess that's all I can really show you. Don't really have much, just a spring actor that will launch you to the air. The other power up, the handle actor that you will use if you want to, like, hanging around. Or give you a final test. So first, let's get rid of this enemy. Okay, let's try jumping. Okay, see, you do need to add something for him to grab on. Okay, I think that's all I can do. Don't forget to save this. Okay, see you around. After this, we might want to do some advanced levels that might cover scripting. Okay, that's all I can really give, and I think this is a long video. Okay, see you around.